and probably refer them to the appropriate na enforcement or agency, no, who is tasked with law enforcement areas such as the police, such as NBI, depending on the case, no. So, amo lang na amo na sa public, go to SEC first, verify if you're registered. If not, we will help you and refer you to the appropriate agency.
How vulnerable ang ato na mga teachers or ang TEDs sa sining mga staff? How vulnerable?
I guess it's actually not just our teachers, no. Based on the trend we have observed of those complaining in our office, some of them, if hindi teacher, is what Ms. Sam said, mga police and OFWs, no. Those na medyo may kwarta, mawala diri, and cannot educate themselves or hindi pala updated sa mga latest with the law enforcement, with the rules on lending financing. So sila hindi go normally vulnerable to these scammers. But that is not to say na sila lang. All of us actually are vulnerable if we do not inform ourselves, if we are not equipped with the right information to protect ourselves from scammers.
Kasi ang among nakakapap sa complaints namin, like let's say mga advanced school scams na nagkagat sila and they paid, no? They gave a certain amount, mga teachers.
Yung numbers, ma'am, dire, if ano kadami?
Ang nag-complain na yan, that's a very few lang na siya. Kaya hindi man po yun na mabalaan. Like what we have right now, sa question lang yun, sino kaagin, online lending, wala kayo nag-raise group. Actually, group pala.
Silent lang siya, pero damo ang victims.
Pero kikilabot sila, kasi kaya katagpo sa amount, and then sometimes, nag-ano pa, it involves harassment, collection. So that's a trend. No? Kasi last year, I think there was a big number, no? Tapos nag-die down because nga may enforcement or may action na taken. Pero naamat naman siya on the rise ng nagbalik. Nagbalik naman ang trend sa harassments.
Paano kahuligan ang ini ng mga victims na from being like paliwat-liwat nga loan to become investors naman?
Actually, though, it's more of a, muna galing nga kami, no, we go out. Usually, kung professionals na like our principals at school heads na nila level nila, sometimes it's too late naman to teach these people. Kasi mga they are supposed to know. So, ang among galing nga ko na, we go to schools, no, and educate the younger generation. Kaya dapat ang financial literacy itself, start ka bata pa. Not na old na. Like me, they are fixing their ways already. May sama ng ka, like you reply to a question kanina nga, you're supposed to be parehas kita answer. But majority in the room probably would not agree. Kaya lain ang ara na ang behavior, na-set na pala. So it's very difficult. That's why nga, ang ginambag ko earlier, they are the ones teaching the children, di ba? Principals, ang ilang mga teachers dira sa ilang school. But embarrassing is collectors, gakatuda, ano sila, how can you teach something na you don't practice? So, ang ilang financial management is more problematic. So, probably, ang amon na actually it's one way we are trying to talk with them. Dapat i-revise ang curriculum wherein financial literacy should be part sa pinatudlo na mandatory for children. Kaya, I'm sure we were not taught, diba? We were not taught when we were young. Probably what we know, based on our experience. Now, kung damo ka, nagkapalahulang ka man, ma-realize mo na ang realization is experience. But why mo nagtudlo sa aton unless sa aton parents grabe dyan magtudlo sa aton sila. Actually, it's not part.
And also, I guess to add, I guess that's also one of the main reasons why we do it every year. Because and also with various type of audience, kay maybe this year may maka-affect kami 10 person, and that 10 person has their parents, ilan na loved ones, and also basi pagka the next may another 10 naman, no, kesa sa mawaiin. This is our way, our information drive to somehow tap various sectors, no, with regards to this topic. Kay like for example for borrowing, loans, lagi na yan. Right? Sino ang wala utang man, no? Wala kaagi utang, wala kaagi pa utang. So, I know somehow this is almost natural na sa aton, no? And it's actually a very good alternative when managed wisely. So, that's why, hindi lang actually every year, no, our information officer has a lot of activities planned. Every year, every quarter, may ginakatuan para ma-disseminate ang mga information.
But also, we sa SEC, study kami kung ano ang innovation sa mga scammers. Kaya gina-observe na nila mo, let's say ikaw na-scam ka, ang data mo, ginapasa na nila, software na nila na scammer, ma-pretend na pwede tani ma-recover. Ang gina-mention yung lagi na recovery scam. So, ang iba, nag-mapping man sila. Kaya kami part kami sa agency sa government. So, ginapresentahan sila sa mga documentation, nag-package sila. So, para ma-recover na, bayad ka 2,000, another scam naman. So, ang ginatudlok actually sa SEC is to analyze what mo na need mo, ang mention niya, registered ba sila, authentic pa lang document sila. So, muna, ginatudluan sila paano mag-check para kay iba mga teachers na not all know, very gullible kay need nila. So, bank on mga scammers sa vulnerabilities kay need. Pero dapat teachers, vigilant man. Okay, tuod sila apply, register sila. So, walang ginatudlo, ginapasa para mas-spread pa rin.
So in terms of the number of victims sa online lending or rather OLPs, no? I think, no? That's my opinion. Dapat stop na lang tani ang online. Because kung i-allow mo something like that, they could always claim na SEC-registered sila, mga mamala na pwede na pakita. Because they will have a different chat group for those who have been na gusto mag-utang. And then may mga kanda, may masulod nga mga other parts ng CG, isang chat group nga connivance, nga ga-connive sa ila to the scam. So I guess I just don't know. Okay, we could not have a continuing advisory like from SEC. Do you think it would be proper to move for the stoppage of the online lending?
As to that, Mr. No, I don't think I can comment on that. But that's actually one of the reasons why there's a moratorium. I think ang action na tinatake ni SEC is that they are actually drafting a much more stricter rules to regulate this kind. Okay? Although, sir, I understand, no, pag ako nakatubag, ito sa damang mga reklamo with regards to online lending. But there are also those na namuligan, alleviate somehow. Example, may nagtumduman kang hapon ng nagkanto. Actually, nagawa siya sa akin kay Iya Bata na scam. No? Father siya, na-scam ang Iya Bata. But siya, kambali, ako ang kaagi man ko kulang. Kaso lang, kulang, kaya 1 or 2,000 lang. Ano amount, lubalaan kung mabayaran. Kay, ang ako na kwarta, ang akong pensyon, maabot pa sa amuning na adlaw. But kinalan ko na mag-pay water or stuff. So, ang may ara, Japon, sir, niya somehow ulit ang ginahatag sa online lending as to convenience, easy, yeah. But somehow, sir, just like anything else, sir, may ara din yung tao who are actually mang-scam niya. So, I think kung ako, iskan ano pala siya, sir, kung may mga kapag-scam, mang-scam din siya, iskan in the online lending. Kaya kung if we won't regulate this stuff, sir, mas vulnerable go after them or to provide rules and regulations para mas makamunin na natin.
I just